Hey everybody, welcome back to a Denton County weather forecast, and today what we're looking at is the potential for severe storms for Sunday and the updates the Storm Prediction Center just made to the forecast. Now, there isn't any major changes by any means, but there are some notable ones that you have to keep in mind. I'll also show you the timing here at the end of the video as well, so just stay tuned. I'll be showing you all that you need to know in this video. So, the updates that were made to the forecast aren't significant by any means, but there are a few notable ones. So, the main area now for a potential tornado threat is going to exist here. And this is just north of the Red River. This is mainly for areas near Wichita Falls. This is going to be just southwest of Oklahoma City. That is the best chance for any tornadic events. That is the primary area. Again, there could be tornadoes elsewhere, and there probably will be tornadoes elsewhere, but again, the primary tornado threat will be near Lawton, just north of Wichita Falls. That will be kind of the primary area. This is basically where the dry line and warm front meet. That's where that primary threat would be for a tornadic threat. The tornado threat still does exist here closer to the Metroplex, so I'll show you that in just a moment. But the enhanced risk hasn't really changed a whole lot. It did move slightly further to the northwest, not by any dramatic, calculations by any means, but it moved northwest by about 10 miles or so. It wasn't really any dramatic difference. The slight risk still does include Dallas, Denton, Claiborne, Corsicana, Weatherford, Tarrant County is also included in that. Wichita Falls is now included in that slight risk. It also includes Sulphur Springs, and it gets pretty close to Texarkana as well, and you can see that the enhanced risk is still including Tulsa. It does not go any farther northeast than that, though. So those are where the main threats exist for any sort of severe weather event. Now, going threat by threat, the damaging wind threat still is the same as yesterday, basically. Denton County is still included in the slight risk. Some areas in northern Denton County are still included in that enhanced risk, which means a 30% chance within a 25-mile radius of seeing a damaging wind threat of 60 miles per hour or greater. Any areas that are in the south just of that orange shaded area are 15% chance within a 25-mile radius, and then a 5% chance exists in the brown shaded area, which is that marginal risk of potential for some damaging wind gusts. Large hail event is still pretty similar to what it was before. Sherman would be probably the best chance to see any large hail tomorrow night for any sort of hail up the size of hen eggs or even potentially slightly greater than that. But most of us will only see quarter-sized hail if you do see large hail. Not everybody will see large hail. 30% chance within a 25-mile radius. In the orange shaded area, yellow shaded area is a 15% chance within a 25-mile radius, and the brown shaded area is a 5% chance within a 25-mile radius. All right, the tornado threat, which is the one that everybody's pretty much concerned about right now. Again, the primary tornado threat, as I said before, will be in this, yellow shaded area. This is the area where there could be an EF2 tornado or greater in that area. That does include just southwest of Oklahoma City into Lawton, and it also is just north of Wichita Falls. And then the other yellow shaded area, it's slightly darker in shade. That is still the 10% chance within a 25-mile radius. This does include just north of Denton. So again, the primary tornado threat near home will be near the Red River. This is really the concerning area for anywhere near North Texas. That would probably be the best chance to see any sort of tornadic event. Again, that is the 10% chance within a 25-mile radius of seeing a tornado. A 5% chance within a 25-mile radius exists for Denton, Greenville, Dallas, Weatherford, Claiborne, just north of Corsicana, and Wichita Falls is also included in that. And then the 2% region within a 25-mile radius is the green shaded area, which is including even as far east as Little Rock, Shreveport, Tyler, Waco, Stephenville, which I would only anticipate maybe one tornado in that area in general, in comparison to like the yellow shade area where there could be several tornadoes, 3 to 4, potentially 5 in that shaded area. So a lot to watch, obviously, over the next several days. All right, let's go ahead and break down the latest on the future radar. Let me go and pull it up for you. This is the HR model. So this is 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Let me make sure I have a good view on this, and it looks like I do. All right. I can't tell. I'm on a laptop. Obviously, I'm not at my normal office. I will be back to my normal videos tomorrow afternoon and evening, so we're probably more closer to the evening. All right, 9 o'clock, you can see the future radar. Again, this is basically what we're going to be looking at is pretty much dry conditions until after sunset. So if you have any events planned for the afternoon hours or even the morning hours, you should be perfectly fine unless you are far west in DFW. There could be an isolated storm out that way. All right, 10 o'clock, this is when the storms really start to blow up. You can see near Weatherford, we start to see those storms really blow up right along the cold front, or the dry line, I should say, and then the cold front's right behind that. The warm front is going to be right up here somewhere. It's kind of off the screen. You can't see it, but that would probably be the primary area for a tornado threat. If we click on a sounding real quick on this storm, like Weatherford, you can see the possible hazard type on the right side of your screen, potential for tornado, and that would obviously be the worst case scenario, is that potential for a tornado threat, especially out of those initial cells. That would be probably the best chance with the discrete supercells that initially develop and then eventually will turn into a line, which it should go linear pretty quickly. And you can see by about 11 o'clock, within not even 2 hours, you can see it's already a very strong and severe line of storms, producing damaging winds 60 to 70, maybe even up to 80 miles per hour, hail up the size of potentially golf balls or hen eggs in those initial cells. Once they start to move further to the east, they'll start to drop in size. And then also a tornado threat, which, you know, with lines of storms, you can still see brief spin-ups, isolated quick tornadoes, and that sort of thing as they continue to push off to the east. And this is by 1 o'clock. So if you are in Dallas, Plano, you should be cleared out by after midnight. So that would be good news for you. Then by 2, 3 o'clock, this continues to move through the Paris region, and then eventually closer to Texarkana by 4 o'clock in the morning. It starts to break up as a line of storms, and it really goes to a marginal threat for any severe weather, and it very well tapers off after about 5, 6 in the morning. Again, we still have that severe threat for Tuesday. I'll bring that up real quick. It is not concerning for the Metroplex. It is off to the northwest now, so there was some changes to the forecast. However, this does not mean we're out of the hook for severe weather after Sunday. We still have a chance for Wednesday. There's no threat yet for the Storm Prediction Center for Wednesday, but I do still believe we'll have some severe weather on Wednesday, whether that be potential severe weather outbreak or just some sort of marginal risk. Still, it's to be determined, but make sure to stay updated with Denton County Weather for the latest. We'll keep you updated on Facebook, Instagram, and as well as on YouTube for the latest. Make sure you subscribe here to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Instagram as well as on Facebook for the latest. And this forecast is brought to you by All Dents Repair. If you have any car dents or damage to your car tomorrow night because of hail, make sure to call them and they'll have you ready for any sort of dent repair.